Alright, so this showed up on my recommendation and on YouTube, and the title really caught my attention. Deadpool gets hired by little kids. And I want to know, what is this comic about? This is a channel, hold up, lower me so you can see it. This is a channel by Zero. I'll put the description, the channel in the description below. But this looks like a comic being told, and this is kind of cool. It's only 10 minutes long, but it's a comic being told about something that happens with kids hiring Deadpool. Honestly, I'm going in blind. I don't know what I'm going to see here. This could be something very heartfelt. But apparently this is a comic that's already out. I haven't read it. I read some Deadpool comics. I don't think I've... And if I did, I don't remember at all. But instead of trying to figure it out, I'm interested to seeing what this story... what's the plot of this story. So let's go ahead and get into this.
It's Christmas morning in Queens, New York. Snow blankets the street, and inside one house, a little girl wakes up in her room to a light shining on her face. Groggily, she wonders if it's really Christmas. Excited, she bolts out of bed with her dog and races downstairs. Her heart leaps until it sinks. The Christmas tree stands tall, but there are no presents underneath. Fast forward a week, and at the stuffy store in Fairwoods Mall, a place also supposed to be secret but everyone seems to know about it, headquarters for the fun and guns business of everyone's favorite merc with a mouth. Deadpool sits behind a desk.
His place is in a kid's store?
Are you kidding me? He asks, eyeing the group of angry kids standing before him. The leader of the pack, the same girl who found her Christmas tree empty, arms crossed, she retorts. Kidding, because I'm a kid? Is that supposed to be a joke? I've heard you think you're pretty funny. Guess what? I'm not laughing. Deadpool tries to calm her down. Whoa, take it easy, kid. Who tinkled in your sugar crunch bombs? The girl glares. Are you dense? I've clearly told you who metaphorically tinkled in my sugar crunch bombs. Santa Claus. As the interrogation continues, it becomes clear why they're there. These kids want Deadpool to take out Santa Claus. Deadpool explains that he doesn't think they'll be able to pay for his service. The girl signals to her group, and they unload bags of cash onto the desk. Deadpool's eyes widen as he counts
they steal that from their parents?
Holding the money in his hands. He asks, I know this isn't from mowing lawns and selling cookies. Right. So where did you get all this loot? The girl reveals, once I realized I wasn't the only kid Santa stiffed, I got online and started a GoPayMe campaign. We all kicked in our allowances and came looking for you. So what do you say? Will you take the job?
What's with these kids?
You
made a whole campaign.
I know you're feeling hurt right now, and I can't really explain why none of you got any Christmas gifts this year. But all I can tell you is... He then extends his hand and adds, yes, I will kill Santa Claus.
Oh my goodness, bro.
3
What
days
story
later,
is this?
Deadpool
He's
trudges
actually
through the
going to go look for him.
Heading straight for Santa's house. Inside the Avengers' nearby HQ, Thor looks out the window, beer in hand. Doc, I'm going to need your professional opinion. Have I had too much meat today? Or do I see Deadpool walking through our front yard?
Dude, I gotta find this comic.
For once, you have not had too much meat. That is most definitely Wade Wilson. What do you think he's doing here? Thor shrugs. Maybe someone hired him to take out Santa Claus. Both laugh, but neither seems too concerned. Meanwhile, Deadpool approaches Santa's home.
Fat kids got so mad they want Santa Claus dead.
The windows are shattered, the front is boarded up, and the mailbox is stuffed to overflowing with letters. Climbing through a broken window, he mutters, will you believe me if I told you pulling a B&E on Santa Claus's house was on my bucket list?
But you did pull anything.
Chaos reigns. The place is a wreck. Trash everywhere, not a soul in sight. Deadpool removes his coat, surveying the mess. 'Twas a few days after Christmas, and all through the house, not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. And definitely not a cleaning lady either. This place is a dump.
That somebody else just
killed
Santa Claus?
A noise interrupts his commentary, followed by a voice. It's about to get a lot messier. Enter Mrs. Claus, armed and furious. She fires at Deadpool, who ducks and quips. Now, is that any way to welcome a guest? Okay, so maybe that guest is an assassin here to kill your hubby, but still. With a quick throw, he lodges a knife into her gun, causing a small explosion. When the smoke clears, her face is covered in soot, and her hair is a wild mess. Deadpool, now pointing a gun at her, asks her to give him all the weapons she has. He then continues, "So if you wouldn't mind showing me where your jollier half is, I'd appreciate it."
Dude, look at Mrs.
With her hands
Claus, bro.
up and her back to him, she says, "I'm going to be honest. Part of me is glad you're here. I don't know how much more I can take of the old man." Deadpool follows Miss Claus and she leads him to a shed. Deadpool steps inside and looks around. As a kid, I always wondered what Santa's workshop looked like. Not gonna lie, I'm getting teary-eyed just being here. Miss Claus clarifies. "The tears might be a physical reaction to the smell. I haven't been able to get the stubborn geezer to bathe in months." In front of a fireplace, an old hooded man waits for them. He asks Deadpool what brings him so far north. Deadpool replies, "You do, big man. You blew it big time this year by stiffing all those kids and ruining Christmas. You..." Santa interrupts. "Oh no! The poor, spoiled, snot-nosed brats didn't get whatever new device to be glued to 24 hours a day, and now they're so sad. Well..." Throwing off his cloak to reveal his skeletal body with only an underpants and a thick belt. In one hand, he grips a large hammer, and the other, a large bottle. He shouts,
All those bugs around him.
"Those crybabies." He pauses to take a sip from the bottle and adds, "And you." Deadpool starts to respond with his usual flair.
Well, like, what happened to him as a whole? Like, what's going on?
Into Deadpool's stomach. Santa doesn't wait for a comeback. He knows that Deadpool is only here to kill him. He continues to attack with the hammer, knocking Deadpool to the ground. Deadpool gets up, fixes his neck. "Alright, old man. Time to cut the chit-chat. I gotta get to work." He draws his swords and lunges at Santa. Deadpool then cuts through his hammer. But Santa still doesn't stop and stabs Deadpool with the broken handle.
Dang.
"Did you think I would make it easy for you?" Deadpool is impressed. "Damn, you're fast." Santa punches him in the face and says,
"Okay, Santa Claus."
"A few billion presents lugged up and down chimneys all around the globe in one night builds up speed and stamina." But that doesn't faze Deadpool. With a sudden move, he headbutts Santa. "Yeah? Well, getting hit in the face a few billion times mixed with the healing factor builds up a high tolerance for weak-ass punches." With a sharp kick, Deadpool breaks one of Santa's knees, sending the old man crashing to the floor. Deadpool pulls out his gun.
Where is this story going, bro?
Head. He hesitates, his finger hovering over the trigger. He then shouts, "I can't do it! I can't kill Santa Claus! Damn it! Looks like we both suck at our jobs." Deadpool begs the old man to tell him why he bailed on Christmas. Santa doesn't want to answer, but Miss Claus intervenes. "Oh, just shut your mouth. It was Tinsel, Santa's head elf. My husband has a magic touch when it comes to bringing joy and cheer to the world, but he's not a great businessman. Tinsel came along and organized the whole operation, from manufacturing to finances to travel and delivery. It was good, but he became greedy." She explains how Tinsel tried to partner with corporations to help cut costs, but Santa refused. For him, money was never a motivation. He could not bring himself to sell Christmas off to a corporation. Tinsel retaliated by spreading lies and gossip about Santa, turning the other elves against him. Eventually, the entire workforce abandoned the North Pole. Deadpool wants to know where they've gone. Santa tells him that they work for Roxxon Toys, manufacturing toys and selling direct to the customer. Deadpool smirks. "You know what? The kids paid me to kill the person responsible for ruining Christmas. So,
technically that wasn't
Santa.
Santa.
Joy to all the little girls and boys.
He's like, well, it's technically not you.
Toys,
Let me go pay him a visit."
He harshly penalized her, only because she returned 2 minutes late from her break. Suddenly, Deadpool bursts into the room, interrupts his speech about saying, "No, I think she was going to say, there's a man dressed all in red who just came down your chimney with glee and it ain't Santa Claus." Guns blazing, Deadpool opens fire on Tinsel and his guards. Chaos erupts as Tinsel screams for his guards to take Deadpool out. A flurry of bullets fills the factory.
They need to
but
make
Deadpool dodges,
yo.
counters.
I don't know if Ryan Reynolds would ever see this. If you could share it to him, cool. Ryan Reynolds, you should do another movie of just this. I think this would be a good Christmas movie. Just looking at this is entertaining. I gotta figure out. Wait, does it have? What comic is this? Is that the comic Deadpool gets hired by little kids? Oh, right there. I can click that link. Okay, I'll click the link and find out because I want to. This is something I'll collect. I like this story. It's out of this world, but it's Deadpool, so
His guards.
I would love
Chaos
this to be a
erupts
live
as
action
Tinsel
movie.
screams for his guards to take Deadpool
Even a
out.
short, more like a 30-minute
flurry
movie.
of bullets fills the factory, but Deadpool dodges, counters, and takes down each guard with ease. Tinsel tries to flee. Deadpool spots him and shouts, "Hey! Where are you going? The office Christmas party is just getting started." Tinsel grabs the elf from earlier and presses a gun to her head, threatening to kill her if Deadpool doesn't drop his weapons. Unfazed and without hesitation, Deadpool takes the shot, ending Tinsel. He then turns to the remaining elves and asks, "Anyone interested in sticking around this evil-ass corporate factory? Or can we head back to the North Pole so Santa can eat again?" Back at the Santa's house, Miss Claus greets
like
the
this
returning
story.
elves with open arms, relieved and overjoyed. Santa expresses his gratitude. "Thank you, Wade. I may have to move you from the naughty to the nice list next year." Deadpool hints at a special toy he's been eyeing,
Oh
and that
boy.
Santa might need an elf with unique taste to make it. Santa looks at him, visibly disgusted.
Yes.
Switching gears, Deadpool reveals the toys he recovered from Roxxon Toys, suggesting they be given to kids. And since Santa needs to recover from his ordeal, he'll help out with the deliveries. "I'm just gonna need one thing. To borrow your ride." With that, Deadpool takes the sleigh and sets off to deliver
I would
gifts
love
to
this to
every
be an
house.
actual movie. Oh my
Don't forget to
goodness,
like this
bro.
video and
He's
subscribe to
breaking
this
people's
channel.
cars. He's like, look, be happy I've given this to you, these toys. Oh, so Iron Man loses it when Hulk gets killed. Oh, wow. I have to check that out later. I like this, though. That was a great story. I've never heard of that. I don't know if that's a new or old comic, but I like the story regardless. So I like this. A channel that shares a quick story of a comic. Wonder Woman wants to have Batman's children. Wow, okay. I might be interested in that one. Batman and Superman swap costumes. Okay. But yeah, I gotta check this out. This is cool. This is really cool. I like this. And I'm glad I checked out that recommendation. It was just something that posted on my YouTube channel to check out. And I'm like, before I watch it, let me react to it. Let me see what this is about. And I like it. Shout out to Zero. I'll make sure to put his this video in the description below. Go check him out. If you like comics, I think that's pretty cool. His narration and how he did it with the edits and stuff was done very well. But Deadpool does again. This should be a movie. They should make this into a movie. I think that would be really, even if it's like an hour. Like, you know how usually TV shows now like an hour long. Do it like that and something fun. Something for next Christmas. I think that's pretty cool. But anyway, thank y'all so much for tuning in. I'll check you later.